Hey there, Blaise here, and not just today, but in the future as well, I want to talk about various aspects of driving. So this will be Blaise's Driving Rants. Today though, and hopefully as a bit of a primer into my thoughts on things as a game designer, I'll talk about speed limits. Speed limits are a great suggestion. They are usually a pretty good safe speed for people to go, but I think many people would agree that you could go faster and remain relatively safe. Going 70 in a 60 or 100 in a 90 isn't going to kill anyone, right? But speed limits take many things into consideration. While the average driver only takes their personal average experience into account. In Queensland, Australia, you do not need to re-qualify your vehicle's roadworthy status to remain registered. This means that there will certainly be unroadworthy registered vehicles on the road. These vehicles could be dangerous to drive at high speeds. Brake pads might be worn down, CV joints might be going, tyres could be bald. There's a whole other episode here on vehicle faults, but to keep it short, speed limits likely take the fact that there are some vehicles that simply should not be going faster on this road. Larger vehicles like trucks as well. Speed limits are a blanketed restriction, hoping to keep the average speed down, if not at or under the limit. Like many traffic laws, I don't 100% agree on how things are done in this regard. We have, in Queensland, many fixed speed cameras. Mostly they are signed beforehand up to 1 kilometre away, so no one is caught unaware. And it's just weird. There are TV and billboard ads all over the place advertising various traffic laws and penalties. Every K over is a killer, because enough is enough. Wear a seatbelt or wear a fine. But enforcement seems spotty. There are well-known spots where police will or will not have a radar set up. If it were just always set up, as in if they had fixed speed cameras in these spots, people would never speed there. That would be the safer option, right? The interesting thing is that in New South Wales there are many signed speed cameras, and people will speed right up until before, slow down, go through it, and then speed up again. This isn't fixing the speeding problem, but it does mean a near 100% rate of people going the speed limit in those areas. Excellent for black spots where there might have been high crash rates. In the end, a lot of people agree that speed limit enforcement is mostly used as a way to raise revenue. 2014, Australia was set to bring in $1.8 billion from road user fines, about $350 million from Queensland alone. It feels like government can't let the system change without being able to bring in some hundreds of millions of dollars from something else. They know people speed, because for most cars on the road, your speed is still an analog control based on power of your vehicle, slopes of the road, your concentration, and muscle control of your foot. Some people just want to go faster. They are bored, there's a big open road in front of them, but instead of focusing on the road, they glance down every 2 to 3 seconds to make sure they're not over the speed limit. That sounds like a distraction. One of the fatal 5! Making sure you're not speeding, not even by 1 kilometre per hour, as that would be a killer and is now finable, seems to help create one of the fatal 5. How ironic. I just think that there are some ways around this. What if the driver lacks confidence? That's a good reason to keep speed limits low. Implement an S-plate system, like P-plates, but with the ability to go faster. Say 10 kilometers faster, under 60 kilometers or under, and 20 kilometers faster at 70 or higher. Create some good driving courses and exams, have stricter requirements on their vehicle, prioritize them for vehicle defects. They'd be literally asking for it, since it would enable a freedom to speed. 0 alcohol if they're pulled over at a higher speed. Or just at all if they've got the plates on, they can take them off, surely? There are limits you could put on people who just want to drive faster, and there are gates you could create, and there are costs you could put on them. I myself probably couldn't afford it, but it could be a thing. Alternatively, everyone seems to want to cruise at 70. Why is the speed limit 60 everywhere, if everyone wants to go at a more comfortable speed? Blanket increase speed limits, then put in higher penalties. There are plenty of ways we could go about trying to make driving a more enjoyable experience for everyone, while counterbalancing these new freedoms with various restrictions or penalties for those who ruin the new good thing. Just saying, this is an opinion piece. I hope it stirred some thoughts up. Until next time.